Stay safe.
Stay active.
And stay healthy.
Hi Year 1 and 2, it's Mr. Croucher here from PASS. I hope you're all staying safe and active. Okay, and today we are going to be looking at how to develop the ability to control the ball with our feet. Okay, so not with our hands today, we're going to be looking with our feet. So we're going to be playing a little bit of football. Now, today's lesson is all going to be including different parts of the feet. Okay, so how we can move the ball with the different parts. Okay, and how to keep the ball nice and controlled while we're moving around with the ball. But before we get into that, we need to have a quick warm-up. So, for our warm-up today, if I say number 1, you are going to walk. If I say number 2, you are going to jog. If I say number 3, we're going to sprint on the spot as fast as we can. If I say number 4, we're going to move sideways. And if I say number 5, we are going to move backwards. Okay, so I want you to start by standing up in your area. Make sure there's nothing to fall over. Okay, so standing up in your area, making sure you've got lots of space to work in. And we are going to start with number 1. So I just want you to walk around your area, going in different directions. Okay, so moving around, going in different ways. Don't always go the same way. You might change directions quickly. You might make patterns on the floor like a zigzag or a spiral. And number 2, so we're now going to jog. So a little bit faster now. Not too fast though, still going in different directions. Okay, good, keep moving. You've probably got a little bit more room than I have, so you should be using all that area if you've got it. And number 3, so stop where you are, nice quick feet on the spot using them arms. Good, keep going. 3, 2, 1 and stop. So I want you to go sideways, so we're going to go 4 this time. So sideways, you're going to do 3 on one side, then change. So moving around sideways, again in all different directions. And number 4. Now, number 5, so moving backwards. Checking these shoulders though when we're going backwards, especially if we're indoors. Okay, making sure there's nothing that we can bump into. Okay, you might want to check them shoulders, both shoulders. Okay, especially if you're in a small space. And stop. There. We're going to go a little bit faster this time. So I'm going to say some different numbers, so we're not going to go in order. I want you to try and remember. Remember, number 1 is walk. Number 2 is jog. 3 is run. 4 is sideways. And 5 is backwards. Are we ready? Number 2. So we're going to jog. Number 3, so sprint on the spot. Good. And 5. Checking them shoulders again. And 1. Shaking your legs off when you're doing the walking. We need to. And number 4. And stop. Shake all your legs and arms off. Good, now we're going to do some little stretches. We're going to do some dynamic stretches. So we're going to lunge forward, bending our front leg. Okay, so here, and then swap. So this way, good, and stop. Going to do some hammer kicks. You're going to put one hand out in front, and you're going to try and bring that foot to that hand. Okay, and see if you can touch your toes. Do 5 on each leg, and then swap over. Try and keep your hand still, try not to keep your hand going down to your foot. Excellent work. We're just going to do some quick arms. Okay, so rolling them arms forwards and backwards. Nice big circles, some controlled. Good work, guys. Excellent. Now, pause. If you need to go and get yourself a drink, go and pause the video and then come back once you're done. Right, year 1 and 2. So now we're nice and warmed up. Okay, we're going to start to look at our main activities for today. Now, before we start, okay, there are some bits of equipment that you might need to go and get. Okay, so if you're in a school, you'll need some balls and some cones. If you're at home, okay, you may be using a football, okay, you can use a small ball, or if you've not got no balls that we can use, okay, we can use a rolled up pair of socks, okay, or anything that can roll. Make sure that you are asking permission to use stuff indoors like a football, okay, don't kick it around your living room without asking permission. So, you need to quickly go and grab that bit of equipment if you haven't already. If you need to, pause the video here to go and collect the equipment. Right, the rest of us, we are going to get on with what we are going to be doing. So, there are 4 different parts of the foot that we can use to dribble with, okay? Now, when we're dribbling the ball, we can use the inside of our foot. We can use the outside of our foot. We can use the top of our foot where our laces are normally when we've got a shoe on, and the bottom, which is called the sole of our foot. Okay, so they're the 4 different parts of the foot that we can use when we're dribbling. Now, I would like you to find a ball each. Okay, so if you're in a school or in a hall, find a ball each. Okay, and now you just stand with the ball and put your foot on top of it. Excellent work. So, we are going to look at using the inside of our foot first. So the big flat bit here. Okay, so the inside of our foot. So we're just going to push the ball around our area using the inside only. That's it. Okay, if we can use both feet, but only using the inside of both feet, then that's really good. If you need to challenge, if you want to challenge yourself, you might try and do this, okay, which we call penguin feet, okay, and we'll keep the ball moving from side to side using the inside of our feet. Good, keep going, keep the ball moving from side to side using the inside of our feet. Good, keep going. And stop there. Right, we're now going to look at using the outside. Okay, so we use the outside of our foot. A little bit harder this one. So we're going to push the ball the outside. Okay, we might have to move our body a little bit more when we're turning corners. Okay, again, using the other foot if you can. Good, good work. Those that are in a bigger space, you might want to move a little bit faster. If we're struggling to keep control of the ball, you may just want to walk with the ball to start with. And stop there. This time we're going to use the top of our foot. Now the top of our foot we don't normally use for dribbling, but we're going to have a little go with it today. So we're going to put the foot at the back of the ball and just push it forward. Okay? So just pushing it forward, not using our toes. Okay, using the top of our foot. Again, if you can use both feet. If you need to turn while doing this one, you may have to use the inside and the outside of your foot. Okay, so that is fine if you need to turn with this one, because it's quite hard to turn while using the top of your foot. And stop there. Good work. Now, for our last one, it's the sole of our foot. Now, this one is probably the hardest of them all. Okay, so we're going to put our foot on top of the ball. And first of all, I just want you to roll it forward and stop it. And then roll it back and stop it. So that's all I want you to do first. Roll it forward and back. Good. Can we now go from side to side? So we roll the ball and we're stopping it. Now when we control the ball, we normally put our foot on top to keep the ball nice and still so it can't go anywhere. Okay, so this is a really good one to do to practice keeping control of the ball. Right, this time we're going to move around using the sole of our feet. So we're going to push the ball. Instead of stopping it, we're going to let it roll a little bit. Okay, so we're only allowed to roll the ball with the bottom of your foot, the sole of your foot. Okay, good work, well done. And stop there. Right, I'm now going to let you play a little game. We're going to play kind of like the warm-up game. So I'm going to, if you're in a school, you're going to, obviously you will have a teacher, okay, who can shout these out for you, okay, and give you the direction or the what part of the foot to use, okay. And if you're at home, if you've got a parent or a brother or sister that can help you out for this one, that would be perfect. If you haven't, don't worry. I just want you to practice using all the parts of your foot, okay? So, number 1 is going to be the inside of the foot. Number 2 will be the outside of the foot, okay? So, number 1 is going to be the inside of the foot. Number 2 will be the outside of the foot. Number 3 will be the top of the foot, and number 4 will be the bottom of the foot. Okay, so your teacher or whoever's helping you out, if they can call them, and I want you then to dribble around. So if I said number 2, okay, that's using the outside of my foot only, and to do that one. Okay. Right guys, I hope you had fun doing that one. That's a really good one to practice. Okay, now we're going to make it slightly harder. I want you now to find some cones. Now if you haven't got any cones, okay, in your home, I'm going to use 4 pairs of socks. Okay, so I'm going to place them out in my area, all in different places. Okay, and for this activity, we are going to try and dribble around the objects. Okay, they haven't got to be cones. You may use teddy bears or whatever you've got at home. Again though, make sure that you're asking permission for anything that you're using. Okay, so I've got my 4 cones here. I'm going to be dribbling around the area, and I've got to see, using all parts of the foot, okay, so I can use whatever part I want, okay, to go around the cones without touching them. Now, my cones are nice and close. You might make yours further apart, depending on how big your area is. Okay, you may want more cones, you may have less cones. Okay, you might just have 2 cones and travel around them. Okay, there's lots of different ways that you can do this one, but the object is not to hit the cones. Okay, so pause the video here, and I want you to have a go at doing that one by yourself. Off you go. Right then guys, I'm sure that your control of the ball with your feet is coming on very well. Now, for our next one, I would like you to set out 4 cones in a straight line. Okay, so again, I'm going to be using socks, so I've set them out in a nice straight line with a gap for the ball to fit through in between. And I'm pretty sure most of you have done this one before. Okay, you're going to start at one end, and you're going to dribble around. You can use whatever part of the foot you want to around the objects. When you get to the end, I want you to turn around and come back through. Okay, so coming around the objects all the way. Now, if you want to make it easier, make the gaps bigger in between the socks. Okay, so you might only have 3 socks, okay, with bigger a gap. If you want to make it harder, you might add some more cones in, or put the cones closer together. But make sure there's enough room for the ball to go through the gap. Okay, I want you to have a go at this one. So pause the video here, then come back once you've had a go. Right, you 1 and 2, it's been really good so far. We're going to have a little bit of a game now. Okay, so for our game, we are going to play a game called the diamond game. Okay, now I would like you to set out your 4 cones into a diamond. Okay, now I've set mine out here behind me. Okay, I've got one here, one over there, one here, diamond. Okay, Now I've set mine out here behind me. Okay, I've got one here, one over there, one here, and one just behind me here. Okay, I will be standing in the middle with the ball. Okay, so what's going to happen if you watch first? Okay, what's going to happen is I'm going to call a direction. Okay, so I've got forward, I've got backwards, I've got right, and then I've got left. Okay, whatever one I call, I need to move the ball and go around that cone. So if I said forward, I need to come forward, go round the cone at the front, then come back and put my foot on top of the ball back in the middle. If I said right, I'd need to go to the right, go round without touching it, and then come back to the middle. Okay, does this all make sense? I'm sure it does. So can you all get ready with your foot on top of the ball inside your diamond? If you need to have time to set this up, pause the video here. Right, so we're going to go, first of all, going to go quite slow and we'll build the pace up. So can we go forwards first? So to the front cone, round it, then back to the middle. Good. Now we're going to go to the left. So round the left, back to the middle, and backwards. So around the back cone. Good. And back to the middle. Good. And to the right. Good work. Well done. Try not to touch them cones. If we can use both feet again and all the parts of the foot that we did earlier, can we use different parts of the foot when dribbling? Can we go to the four? Oh, let's go left. Good. Right, I'm going to speed it up a little bit now. Forwards. So round your cone. Back. To the right. Good. Forwards. Left. Oh, I wonder who's keeping up. Right, and stop there. If you want to play this game for a bit longer, okay, then you can pause the video here and I'm sure your teacher or whoever's helping you can help you call out the directions. Okay, so pause the video here and then come back once you've had a go at doing that one. Right, year 1 and 2, we're coming towards the end of our lesson, but we are going to play another game before we do our cool down. Okay, now you don't need any cones for this one, you just need what you're using as a ball. Okay, and I'm going to shout out stop. Okay, so when I shout stop, I want you to stop the ball with the bottom or the sole of your foot. Okay, and you've got to be nice and quick. So the ball's got to be really close to us. Okay, so when we're dribbling around, we want to keep it nice and close. Okay, because if we kick it far away, if I do a big touch and then I say stop, I can't reach it. Okay, so I won't be quick enough to stop the ball. So we want to keep the ball nice and close, little pushes while we're dribbling around. So can you stand up in your space? Okay, so once I say stop, foot on top of the ball as quick as possible. So standing behind it, so once I say stop, foot on top of the ball as quick as possible. So standing behind it, and stop. So your foot should now be on top of the ball. Good. Now I want you to start dribbling around. Okay, so pushing that ball around using both feet. Using all them different parts, the inside, outside, top and sole of your foot, and stop. Good. So the ball should be stopped and your foot should be on top of it. I wonder if you were quicker than me that time. Let's go again. So we go dribbling around. See if you can beat me at being nice and quick. And stop. Ooh. Really good. Right, we go once more. So, dribbling that ball around. Good. Keep going. Stop. Ooh, that was really quick that time. I'm sure you guys were just as quick. Right, this time, okay, when you're doing it, I want you to use only the inside of your feet. Okay, obviously when you stop it, use the bottom of your foot. Okay, but we can only use the inside of our feet to move the ball. Are we all ready? Let's go. So using the inside of your foot only, keeping that ball moving, keeping your head up sometimes so where you know where you're going. Stop. Good work, guys. Right, now if you want to continue playing this game, okay, then I'm sure whoever's helping you out will pause the video here and you can have a little go with them shouting stop for you. So our cool down is called body parts. We are going to stop the ball this time with the body part that I say. So if I was dribbling the ball around and I said knee, I need to stop the ball with my knee. If I said elbow, your elbow needs to go on top of the ball. Okay, so try and stop the ball with that body part. Now you need to be very careful, make sure you have got the room to work in. Right, so dribbling that ball around, you can use any part of the foot and both feet if possible. And your foot. Oh, nice easy one to start with. Well done, good. And let's go again. So dribbling around. Bottom. Well done, good. Excellent work, and let's go again. So keeping that head up sometimes so you know where you're going, especially if you've got other people dribbling around you. And your knee. Good, can we balance with that knee on the ball? Excellent, good. And let's go again. Gonna make it slightly harder now. Have to be careful with these ones though. Elbow. Good, and go. Hand. Well done. Go again. Last couple of goes. Ooh, your head. Oh, difficult one. Well done if you managed to do it. And let's go again. Two more. Tummy. Good, well done, good work. Right, our last one. Can we go a little bit faster for this last one? So can we travel around a bit faster on our toes, head up, and bottom. Great work, guys, excellent. Now, we have come to the end of our lesson for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, okay? And I'm sure we'll be back to do some more lessons next week. See you all later, guys.